Everybody, Joe from Swing This Kettlebell and Strength here. Just to let you know, I'm not driving in the car, but I'm sitting in REI's parking lot. But I wanted to talk to you about, other than Sasquatch being here, some of the things. I think the car is a wonderful place to work out some knots that you may have in your body. How do we get a lot of these things in our muscle tissue? Is by repetitive work, repetitive strain. So now, what I'm doing and what I've been doing driving all the way up here, about 15 miles, and I also did the same when I drove all the way to Sarasota, Florida from Kentucky, is use something that I'm going to be doing repetitiously, basically driving. I know it's a very static position, but the whole time behind me is one of these. I've been using this is a Supernova, the old mobilitywod Supernova. I've been placed this on rhomboid area, lat, lower and middle trapezius while I'm driving. So that whole time I can use, and like the reason why I don't like laying on this is it's too much. But using on the cushion of a seat behind you when you can work on decreasing or increasing the pressure. Plus I'm also pushing, I can change that pressure while I'm driving for a long time, hours, days, by changing the pressure that I have on the wheel. So instead of pulling, I'm actually leaning into that. I'm really using this. Is wonderful for loosening up also all those muscles that I talked about, spinal erectors. But I really find a lot from the lat, especially the center. The lat connects towards the midline of the body. I can do one side, and it's amazing the range of motion that I can get once I'm finished. But the thing is, we do all this stuff for repetitious strain. Well, this can combat that. And think about how often people are sitting in chairs and driving in their car. Now, obviously, you don't want to be going in and out while you're driving. I'm just doing a little bit of tension release work using this, or different my car, it's full of it, because I've driven for a very, very long time. A lot of big portion of my life is spent driving. I used to deliver pizzas when I was younger and things like that, and that was probably before I knew about this, but I used to drive valet and get people's cars when I was just getting into bodybuilding and stuff like that. And I kept a tennis ball with me a lot. There's times I was waiting. There's times waiting for cars or sitting on a bench. But you got to find something that you can do to combat the repetitiveness. So my repetitiveness is using these, and that's why there's a lot less injuries in what I do than a lot of people that are doing the same stuff. Is because I'm making the time to use these things, and my right side much more tight, because I've spent the whole time on my left side dropping this back, getting right there, and when I drive back home, and I'm working on the other side. So you're evenly dissipating the time that you're working on it. So just find something. You can do this in your office chair. You can work under your hamstrings. You can work this under your feet. You can work, there's all sorts of things that you can do. You just have to think about it, take your time, and put in the work. I know this doesn't seem like something like you don't want to spend time. That's fine. Don't spend time doing it in the gym. But there's plenty of time through the rest of the day you can do this, and that's what I like to do when I'm driving. So, if I'm driving for a long time, like I said, Sarasota was 900 plus miles for us. And I had one of those, a tennis ball, a racquetball, a lacrosse ball, something like that the whole time. Anyway, take care of yourself, and that's just one way you can do it in a repetitious environment.